Ah, Florida, the land of theme parks, alligators, and weather control? That's right, folks. According to the internet's finest conspiracy theorists, the Sunshine State has officially given itself permission to play God with the weather. A new law, they say, allows Florida to manipulate storms, prevent hurricanes, and fine-tune its weather like an Instagram filter. Want sunshine for your beach trip? Boom, done. Need a little extra rain for your crops? No problem. The government's got a dial for that now. Except, well, no, not even close. But let's go on this ridiculous ride together, shall we? Let's start with what actually happened. Florida did, in fact, introduce a law regarding weather modification. But before you start packing your bags for the state's new guaranteed perfect climate, let's read the fine print. The law isn't a secret superweapon. It's basically a bureaucratic checklist to make sure weather modification activities like cloud seeding are properly regulated. That's right, regulation, not domination. So instead of controlling the weather, Florida is just making sure that if someone wants to attempt to modify it, they don't do something wildly reckless. But what even is weather modification? And can we actually control the weather? Well, kind of, but also not really. Scientists have been experimenting with weather modification for decades, mostly with something called cloud seeding. This process involves spraying tiny particles into clouds to encourage rain. Sounds cool, right? Sure, until you realize it's about as precise as trying to steer a tornado with a fan. Cloud seeding can influence rainfall, but it doesn't let anyone decide exactly when or where it will rain, and it certainly doesn't give Florida the ability to stop hurricanes like it's turning off a faucet. Now let's talk about hurricanes for a second, because this is where the myth really jumps the shark. Some people think Florida's law means they can now prevent hurricanes altogether. Ah yes, if only it were that easy. Hurricanes are massive atmospheric systems powered by warm ocean waters, complex wind patterns, and more meteorological chaos than a toddler on a sugar high. No amount of cloud seeding or any other known technology can stop one of these behemoths in its tracks. At best, scientists are researching ways to slightly weaken hurricanes, but controlling them? That's pure fiction. And let's not forget the ethical and environmental nightmare that real weather control would bring. Imagine one state deciding it wants sunshine while another desperately needs rain. Who gets to win that battle? What if weather modification in one area accidentally triggers a drought or a flood somewhere else? It's like playing Jenga with the atmosphere. One wrong move and the whole system collapses. So what's the truth about Florida's so-called weather control law? It's just a set of regulations for existing weather modification techniques. Techniques that are more mild suggestion than total control. No, Florida isn't running a secret weather machine. No, the government can't guarantee you perfect vacation weather. And no, you don't need to worry about some shady group of scientists deciding when it rains on your wedding day. At the end of the day, the weather remains as unpredictable as ever, because nature doesn't take orders from politicians. But hey, if you're still convinced Florida is controlling the weather, let me know when they start offering personalized climate subscriptions. I'd love to sign up for perpetual autumn. Like this video? Hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to the Debunkers, because someone has to keep reality in check. And let's be honest, the internet desperately needs it.